Hello, everybody! Oh my gosh, we're really big, and there's a landmine.
We are huge.
Wait,
Hello.
notably, it's like the opposite of a landmine. It's a sea mine.
It's still mine, so it's not quite opposite.
Where's this coming from? Oh, it's on. Oh dear, and this is this. Okay, yeah, I'm just gonna quickly resize. Oh man, this is gonna be scuffed later. Don't worry about it. Hello, everybody. How are you doing? Let's turn that down a little bit. Oh,
look, I'll be honest, Luke, there's different sized assets today.
There is?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Cool.
Well, there's just two assets that are differently sized.
Okay. I hope you guys are doing good. It's been a crazy few weeks for Dupery, huh? We've had the playtest last week over the weekend. We've had the new set come out on Monday. We've gone into the Steam Social Deduction Fest. And now, if you didn't know, we're part of Secret Source. So you can go over to the Secret Source showcase. Oh, I hope you know that, yeah, that your French join music is I think you can hear that on stream.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Like
Lydia's been rage baiting Matt with her new soundboard stuff. So
it's brilliant. I love it.
She's so mean to me.
Everywhere else
She is very mean. Well, oh yeah. As I was saying, we were part of the Secret Source showcase, which was really cool. So you can go check that out now. It's literally, I think, from an hour ago it's been up, which is kind of cool. Secret Source, if you didn't know, is off-brand games, like big game showcase of the year. And it's running from the 16th of July to the 23rd this year. And it's got a bunch of really cool games in it, including Dupery, which is really neat. So yeah, I can show it to you if you want. Let's go. Let's hop over here. Whoosh. So this is their page, and I think it's on the main page of Steam, so you can just go and have a look at it. I love the logo for Secret Source. I will say it's really neat. Yeah, and they've got like a ton of games up on here. And look, wow, I know that one. It's our game. What? Crazy. But yeah, no, they've got some really cool things in here, like Wonderbugs. Like, looks super sick. It's like tons of really cool stuff. Their showcase is still going right now. That doesn't look like that size correctly. Oh, it's just one on its own. That's crazy. Yeah, obviously Demon Bluff's in here as well. I think they're actually Off-Brand Games is publishing Demon Bluff, so it makes sense that they're here. It's been really cool. Some really neat things in this showcase. I was watching it before the stream went live, and that is the reason there was no post earlier about when the stream was going to start, because I was just watching this. It's been I was watching the showcase. Yeah, there's some genuinely really cool games in here. So definitely go check them out. And some really big ones like Iron Nest, which did really well during the latest Steam Next Fest. But yeah, I'm getting sidetracked by this cool event. But yeah, so yeah, crazy stuff. And we're also part of the Steam Social Deduction Fest, which I think is still running, right? Steam Social Deduction.
Yeah. Actually, does it? I can't remember when
I don't know.
Stopped today. I might just stop actually.
Has it did it just stop today? Like, when
Yeah,
did it go?
It was just 3 days. It was really short.
A 3-day one. Damn. Crazy.
Yep.
Fair enough. I thought they were normally a week.
They are. This one was just a very small one. Obviously, decided to make it really small.
If we're still here, if we're part of any events, it'll appear at the top. And there's only one thing at the top at the moment, so I think it is over. Oh, there you go. Secret Source. Go check it out. Yeah, look, we had July 9th docs, then obviously we had the TikTok set, and it's been going pretty crazy. The docs obviously had a bunch of like kind of crazy stuff in here, including the new codex, which was really cool, and I hope you guys like that. And also obviously the the new set had like a bunch of cool like time-related things. So we've got the gentleman, the gargoyle, the belfry, the maid, and the fearmonger, all of which are doing some cool things. And on top of all of that, there's another thing I kind of want to shout out real quick. Let me go pull it up because there's some other stuff that I discovered, which is the Chinese wiki. I'm going to give it a shout out because the Chinese wiki, I didn't know it existed until okay, for context, we well, obviously published by Yogscast Games, but we also are published by Gamersky. And Gamersky kind of work with Yogscast Games, and they do a bunch of stuff over like on the kind of eastern side. So they do like the localization for like the Chinese. They do like a bunch of like basically they let us like kind of do Dupery stuff over in China. And so we work with them to do all kinds of bits and bobs. But until recently, I haven't had like very good access to like see what's going on in China. And our game kind of went a bit viral over there. And so I was really trying to see what people were thinking about it. And so I made a Bilibili account, and I made a Red Note account, and I was having a look through there. And it's really cool. I think you guys, if you can, should go and check it out. But there is also I think it's the Discord equivalent, which is like, it's called QQ. But no matter how much I've tried, I cannot get a QQ account to work with my phone number because it's a UK phone number. It's just not happy. And I can't register it. And so I asked them, I basically said, hey, is there a way you can get me in here? And they were like, yeah. We'll send you some screenshots so you can have a look at what's going on over there. And then, as a side note, in the screenshots, they were like, by the way, we're really like, we're some passionate detectives have created a well-made Chinese Dupery wiki on their own. I was like, is that our wiki? And by our wiki, I mean the English one, which I had no part in making. So it's very much a royal R. But then they sent this one across, and this is super cool. If you haven't seen it, I'm gonna show it now. Bam! This one is it's the Bilibili wiki for Dupery. And the guy who made it is in the Discord, and like they just didn't tell me about it because they did. I don't know, because they said it was like because it was a Chinese thing. And I was like, look, bro, you should show me these things. It's so cool. And I can, I can just do this, and now it's not a Chinese thing. I can read it. But it's fun because you get to see all the different localizations and translations.
It's going to be translated to Chinese and translated back again, which is probably going to have some weirder ones.
Oh yeah, it's going to be weird. Also, every time they have a timer for the latest sets, but every time it updates, it tries to retranslate it because it's like Chinese for a moment and then it goes to English, and so it just causes the entire page to jiggle. And that's not their fault. That's the fact that I can't read Chinese, But it's super cool. They've got like some really cool stuff going on here, like the way that they've embedded all of their stuff like the same way. I feel bad because obviously when we change the codex, all of this is gonna kind of like no longer quite make sense. And honestly, they've done a pretty good job of keeping the text in line with the actual notepad. I wonder if that like holds.
It's squished down the notepad. Interesting.
Oh, I kind of like that. It's kind of cute.
But, I mean, it works.
But yeah, no, it's really cool. They've got like a bunch of stuff in here. They even pinched some sneaky roles that weren't in the game. They managed to like find some roles.
Yeah, which makes me wonder how they got the info, because it was never publicly
revealed.
It's never been publicly released or anything.
Well, I think it must have been when the first set came out. These roles were going to be in the set, but then we took them out of the set.
But
the
exactly,
files,
they were never released.
The files must have still been in the game when we released the first version, so they must have decompiled it. Can you check now? Actually, are they still there?
Yeah, but to be fair, there's quite a few roles that are in the game that are like a lot of just roles from.
Like the original Tessa, like the really
There's a
old.
few in there that are like not not in the game that are in there.
Mm.
It's not a huge amount, but there's a handful. But I mean, maybe these are the only ones with assets. Maybe that's why.
Oh, that could be it. I don't know, but I guess I find it very interesting. I also find the translations into English from the localized Chinese very interesting because like there's an never underestimate the power of the Chinese wiki editors. I mean, I didn't know, like the more I look at the Chinese stuff, the more I realize how much like stuff they got figured out. They had some cool stuff going on. I'm into it. But yeah, very cool. And again, I wish I spoke Chinese so that I could appreciate this fully. But it's really cool. And what was I gonna say? Oh yeah, this is actually kind of useful because so it's like there's the English version, and then Gamersky localizes that, which is not the same as translates, because localization is it's moving it to be so that it makes not only just the raw English translated, but changing it so that it kind of has the heart of what it was initially, like within the different culture. And
Yeah,
then,
it makes sense in the cultural context. Yeah.
yeah, and then translated into like Chinese. So then when you change it back into English, it's different, right? So occasionally when we get the Chinese bug reports, they'll be talking about roles, and it'll be like, what is this? Like what role do you mean by this? And
They feel like that. I mean, they're usually relatively. Usually you can figure it out. There's a couple that I'm just like, I'm not sure which role this is.
yeah, but this is now like the localized cheat sheet in my eyes, where it's like you can go through and be like, the substitute.
Well, kind of, because the problem you have is that like, depending on which translator you're using, it's going to translate things back differently.
Yeah, but the broom star, no, I would have no idea, but now I know.
The broom star, I must admit, that one's a new one. I haven't heard that one before.
There's some fun ones in here, I will say.
She's travel agency agent.
Travel agency agent, true. But again, these don't quite translate correctly because it's not.
Yeah.
You can't just literally translate, but it's very fun. A long strip of English text might translate into just a few short Chinese characters. Oh, I know, isn't it wonderful?
Sometimes it's the other way around. I've had the team they also go through and do some quality testing for us.
Yeah.
And every so often they'll come back with, oh, this text is just completely out of bounds because you didn't expect it to be bigger. It's not that kind of problem. Not always Chinese. It can be Japanese, whatever.
True.
Some other languages, but it does. It's not always shorter, even though it does tend to be in like size on screen.
But I would say on average, like the Chinese characters tend to be, like for names and other things especially, smaller. And this is based off basically just me looking at these raw names. I'm no expert by any means, but I don't know. I think this is kind of neat, and it would give us way more design space. But alas, English is, I guess, less densely packed characters, but more characters as a result. But it's interesting. It's kind of fun. But I love seeing like how people from different countries and things are like playing the game, because you just get completely different like ways of going about it, which is it's just really interesting for me anyway.
Yeah, I will say there's something I should know. Chinese is technically harder.
It is harder. It is.
Obscuring doesn't work properly in Chinese.
I know.
So everything's obscured except for numbers. Punctuation's not as I
saw that. I saw that earlier today. Somebody sent me a message being like, "Hey, could you fix this?" And it was literally, I didn't think about it, but of course, because our regex only works for English punctuation. I'm guessing.
Yeah, it only has English punctuation, and all the punctuation is different in different languages.
Yeah.
I think what you think about.
So yeah, it's that's like one of those problems that you don't think about until you
Until you get
localize
somebody
into,
complain at you.
yeah. But you're like, oh yeah, I guess that is a problem. And so yeah, we'll have to figure out how we're going to do that.
That's not actually. I don't think it's actually that difficult but to fix.
No.
It's just...
I mean, we'll just need to get a list of the characters.
Yeah.
I mean, we can talk to Gamers Guy about that, but they also sent us some characters that we could do that with. So yeah, we'll have a play. But very cool is my summary, and thumbs up to our players in China. Very cool. I will try and watch more videos and things. I just have a scroll through sometimes. I like it does like I will say I'm actually quite impressed with I think Billy because it does like a really honestly Red Note and Billy both work quite well. Like for translating English stuff, it automatically translates everything for you in a way that kind of makes it feel like it's coherent. do you know what I mean? Like, you will have the occasional thing where it's like a pop-up, especially like any slider thing, so just like UI controls. It won't translate, so you'll be living in like, oh yeah, everything's English, this makes sense, and then suddenly it'll ask you what the profession is, and then it will only let you select things on like a scroll wheel, but it's all Chinese. And so I set up the profile for Billy, and I found game designer, I think. But it took me like 10 minutes of taking screenshots and like translating it through Google Translate, and then
really
like
funny if you just
scrolling a few more options. Maybe.
Yeah.
If so, I think
The
we're
game designer is just like gutter worker or something.
no. The one above, I think it was like esports player. So we're either a professional esports team or a game.
Yeah, close enough.
Yeah, it's close enough. I think it's okay. But yeah, I've tried hard to get over there, so we'll see how that goes. But yeah,
I will say I found another theory of how they got the roles.
Mm-hmm.
They probably just ripped the localization files out of the game, because I think they might have been in there, because I think we localized them before we removed them.
Maybe. Oh, that's actually a good
that's my
point.
guess.
Localization files could be it. You're leaking all the strats now, though. Everyone's
Apparently.
They're all gonna be looking at that. But no. But then how did they get the icon? Where am I that?
Well, I don't know.
No, I think it must have just been in there. Choke hold and drug dealer. Again, these are localized names, not actually what the raw names are. And I probably won't tell you anything about them because they're not ready yet, and it's not their time. So you'll see them when they're actually released somewhere. When
they're ready, yeah.
But yeah, there was a weird. I mean, I already read them on the wiki. Yeah, but they might change. They're not real. Yeah. What? Yeah. Anyway. What do we think? We buffed the. Oh wait, let's check the wiki. Have they updated it?
Probably.
Let's have a look.
Oh, you mean the Chinese wiki?
Ah, Chinese wiki too slow, not updated. No, I'm joking. Wait, hold on. Does this automatically size it? It does. That's cool. Sorry, getting distracted. But if we go over to the Dupery wiki and have a look, do you know what? I will say that I quite why am I editing? Holy.
Honest person kind. That is quite funny.
I do like the Wait, is it updated here?
Yeah, Source Investigated.
What is? Oh yeah, Source Investigated. Huge. Wait, does it say that here as well? Am I crazy? No. Okay. Cool. Well, cinema. Investigated is this line here is basically what we added today. But I think it updated immediately after the announcement was posted. Thank you. So yeah, we've got it ready to go. It's out. You can try it. It should be fun. This is now quite a powerful role, the gentleman.
Yeah.
I already liked the gentleman from the get-go, but I feel like I played a few games and it just wasn't, you couldn't quite consistently get it to do anything. And it was kind of annoying. And so I think this change was a good one, because it now means that like, it kind of feels a little bit like Partner, where you get a role that's kind of pointed at as being potentially good, which is the one that it's next to. And it can reset its ability if you choose to use it early. But there's like a cost of having to investigate around there first, and the adjacent neighbor, like if they're evil and stuff, might not be good. And there's yeah, I think that's neat.
I will say the gentleman, when I was testing it, I got the magic investigated vigilante beside the gentleman, shot randomly, killed. Clock tower rang, got it back, shot again and killed. Clock tower rang, got it back, and shot the scoundrel, which was the last guy. It was it was just like I just used the one ability to shoot everybody. It was pretty good. But I will say there's one bug with the gentleman at the moment, which I can't figure out why or how it's happening.
Oh.
And it's extremely niche. It's been reported twice. And I'm baffled by it. It seems that sometimes the gentleman can spawn without an ability roll beside it. And in both times it was reported, they spawned in with the Casanova and Romantic beside them.
Weird.
I have no idea why.
Must be the Casanova. Oh, is the ability roll locked? Like
it should be a thing. I mean, I think it's because the Romantic's like been added in play, and then it's positioning the gentleman beside them as their partner. And for some reason, it's just foregoing to check the gentleman's like constraints.
Yeah.
But that should not be able to happen. So I'm really baffled. I was scouring my code base this morning trying to figure it out, and I didn't find it. And then it pretty much got immediately reported again as soon as we updated, and I was like, what?
Okay. Well, yeah, we'll have to check through that. I'm sure we can find it. Find out.
Yeah, I'm sure there just must be like a really weird scenario in which the generation can just there's one part where it probably just misses the like going through checking the constraints.
Yeah.
Somehow.
So basically, to answer Kitty's question, so the Romantic generation overrides the Gentleman's. That's what you're saying. There's a part, like a step in the case factory, where it's like building their cases, where certain roles that have constraints, like for example, this role has to be next to a role with an ability, where it will try and effectively force this to happen, and see if it's still a valid board at the end of it. And so it will like try and add these things, but when a role adds a role that's like a constraint for it to the board, it should like lock them, and then other roles that are messing around with constraints can't replace or move around or alter any role that has also already been locked. And so that way you can't have, well, you shouldn't have two roles with a constraint. The first one satisfies its constraint, and then the second one satisfies its constraint, but unsatisfies the first one. At least that's how it should work. But what Matt's saying is that somehow that is happening, and it's breaking things. So we have to find the cause of that.
But the thing that's interesting is that when the Romantic adds in their partner, they will then check their partner to see if the like putting them where they put them satisfies their constraints. So it should try and add the Gentleman and then go like, oh wait, I can't, and then not add the Gentleman in that position and try with a different role. But it doesn't seem to be doing that, which is really weird.
Oh, so you think the Gentleman's been added as the Romantic's lover?
I think so, yeah.
Curious.
That's my theory. I will say, actually, one of the things that's kind of funny about how we do things, there is this locking system. In theory, a role could move a role that's not locked or like remove them, etc. But in practice, we add all the roles with constraints first, and then we just add the rest, and every role that has a constraint locks itself. So it's all the roles with constraints do. They'll just like add extra roles, and they won't actually ever move people around, even though it's technically possible. Just because it just makes more sense to start with the constraint rolls, because at this point you already you already know which rolls are in play. You're just positioning them.
Oh my gosh, that has been 30 minutes. Crazy. We've just been yapping about all the new stuff.
Yeah.
Has been a crazy week.
It has been a crazy week.
What do people think, by the way, of the I guess did we talk about this last week? The new codex and all of that stuff? I think we did, didn't we?
I mean, last week I was frantically trying to debug things as everything was.
True. That is true.
It was like an hour after we released.
Yeah. So I guess like this is like the first real time we can talk about like how the playtest went. Obviously, it was kind of crazy in that we had 3,500 people. That we had even more. We had like 4,000 people sign up. And then we opened up, and now there's even more than that signed up, ready for the next one. And have we announced when the next one is? I don't think we have. I probably should.
No, I mean, to be fair, I'm not sure when it is either. So.
Oh, yeah, okay. I definitely won't mention it. But yeah, more playtests will come, is what I will say. And it will not be the docs again. At least the next one isn't the docs. I think I can say that safely.
I think it's safe to say that anything that appears in playtest is unlikely to appear again until release. At least if it's a new region, that's not going to appear again until release. Yes. Unless we like decide that we really need to change a big part of it, and then we have another playtest for it. But
I think it's also safe to say that not every playtest will be a new region, though.
Yeah. There's gonna be
But what I will say is, do you have to re-sign up for the playtests? No, you don't. Once you've signed up, you're signed up forever. No takebacks. You're in. I don't think. So yeah, that's kind of cool. And how big will the next playtest be? I genuinely don't know that. If that is a follow-up question, I don't know how big it will be. I kind of see. There's a part of me that's like, we should open it up to let everybody play, and just get everybody's feedback on things. But at the same time, I also want there's a risk in showing people effectively not unfinished things, but things that like still are likely to change, and then
work in progress, right?
Yeah, work in progress stuff, and if you show that to everybody, then you get that pain of like going from one thing to the change thing, and then if you limit that down, then like not everybody gets to experience that. You can have like the fully finished thing. I was just handed pizza. Amazing. But yeah, so that's kind of the reason why we're limiting things down a bit. But I guess my advice would be make friends with somebody else in the Dupery Discord, because then we will keep the friend exchange thing. So if you don't get in on the next one and you've been friends with somebody on Steam for 30 days, you can invite each other to come in. So you can make some pacts in advance, I guess. But yeah, what flavor pizza? Asking important questions. And now I am a bit of a psycho. I basically exclusively eat just margarita pizzas. Like, I don't have anything crazy on them. I like my simple pizza. Making new friends and entering the playtest. A win-win. So true. We're about to have gangs. Yeah. You respect it. I don't know. It's just like I'm just a fan of the classic. It's it's so good. There's a reason.
Because thing is, I'm nothing against margarita pizzas. Like, they can be nice, but I don't.
You're an experimenter. You'll just get the craziest thing on the menu.
I like just getting the same thing over and over again. It's just boring. You need some variation.
But I don't know why I do it, to be honest. I just it's always for me. I go there, and unless there's something like really crazy, like exceptional, I'll just get like a classic.
I mean, I will say that you don't get the crazy French toppings. Crazy French toppings are great.
Though. Wait, whilst I sort this out quickly, tell them about French pizza toppings, and then we'll do some community roles.
Yeah, to keep this on track with Dupery, French pizza toppings. Well, to be fair, some of this is like French, some of this is just like the area of France I'm in. But the ones that I really, really like There's things like goat's cheese and honey. Amazing. There's ravioli, which is basically ravioli, but it's like a French type of ravioli, which is actually very local to where I live, which is amazing. Just ravioli are just amazing. But ravioli on pizza, super good as well. And yeah, then you get a bunch of like the other cheese pizzas are like 3 cheese, 4 cheese. You can even get 5 cheese or 6 cheese, and I've seen that in places. But, like you get really nice cheeses, obviously, because it's France, so all of that works really well. And those are the kind of the famous ones. The famous ones. The one that if you go to a pizzeria here, you'll have those pizzas guaranteed, kind of thing. Then you have pizzas with like random things. But yeah, the goat cheese and honey one is it's everybody likes it. It's just so good, so nice. Yeah, pasta on pizza. It just works. Like a ravioli pizza just works. It's super, super nice. Honestly, the goat cheese on pizza, it just should be done in Britain, man. You can get goat cheese in Britain. And it just, it's... Having the kebab pizzas in Sweden and Denmark. Ooh, that does sound interesting. We don't have ranch. At least, I've never had ranch. I've never really seen or heard of ranch in France.
Ranch is very much a US thing, yeah.
Yeah, I was gonna say I'm pretty sure it's quite a US thing.
What is ranch? Do we know? What? Ah, yes, sauce. My favorite food. Hellman's Ranch in the UK. I guess you probably can, to be fair. But what actually is it? Nondescript white sauce. Yeah, maybe. I was gonna Google it, but I realized I should probably go back. Here. There you go. Okay.
It's like mayo made with buttermilk, with garlic and chives.
Okay.
Interesting.
Your search history, my search history is. It's so funny. I actually will. I'll link it. This is my search history. It's the FIFA World Cup brackets and Minecraft scoreboard divide round up, and that's it. The reason was, and I'll explain. I'll explain why. It's because last night during the game we were playing Blow on the Clock Tower, and we had a amnesiac role that their ability was tied to the live World Cup match, and it was so fun. We had a great time with it. Yeah. That we decorated our map, it was so crazy, honestly. We had England flags and things everywhere, but it was so good. It was kind of terrifying for me because I knew obviously what the ability was at the start, and so I was everyone was taking their time to start get into the game and stuff, and I was the match has started. I'm on a time limit. We have to go. We can't have long night phases. We must move, otherwise someone will score. And the abilities were tied around people scoring, so it was it was a whole thing. I won't bore you with my World Cup amnesiac. Let's get to the community roles.
There's quite a lot to go through. I'm not sure we're going to manage.
Yeah, we can just put a dent in it at the very least. Let's go for... Oh yeah, also apparently Minecraft you can't do division with a round up. I can't get my seal function. What the hell, man?
Can you do modulus?
Yeah, you can do modulus. You could probably do it the long way around.
I was going to say, you can do it the long way around though.
Yeah. But annoying. Ugh, expecting Minecraft commands to have nice things. I don't know what I was thinking.
You need to make a GLib buff for Minecraft.
GLib buff for Minecraft. They call it a data packet. We could do it. What? Where am I? Downloads. Yes. Oh, they're all still... Okay, hold on. Hold on. So can I ask the difference between... What is the difference between C1 and D1?
It's written in the post that I post these things in, Mick.
I'll be honest, I
You
didn't
don't
read it.
what I say.
No, I just downloaded it.
No, C is like everything that's generic or office roles,
Okay.
and D is everything that's doc roles.
Ah.
I think there's a single quirk.
Alright, ask chat. What do they want to do first? Docs or office?
Docs or office, yeah. Can even make a poll for it. Why not? We have the ability, we can do so.
Oh wait, there's also convergence happening soon too.
Yeah?
Oh my gosh. We're gonna be in another thing.
Yeah.
Also, I have started with one of the two, and so if chat gets it wrong, I'll be upset. Don't disappoint me, chat. Don't disappoint
Sorry,
me.
the C stands for office.
It's the silent C in office.
It really was just, I'll be honest, I C was because I for some reason decided it was going to stand for classic. I don't know why I decided that generic was classic, but I couldn't find it with generic.
Assumed it was clock, which was the old name for the region.
You know, that makes more sense.
Object C, yeah.
No, I mean, yeah, no. Now I wish it was clock.
Okay. Right.
It looks like, well, I hope, which one did you choose?
Which one did I choose?
Yeah, which one? You said you opened one already.
Oh, well, we'll have to find out. I haven't chosen either of them yet. I'm waiting for the poll.
Oh, okay.
I do have a vote. I could tie it out. That would be annoying.
You could tie it out. Well, don't worry, somebody's tied it out for you.
Oh, perfect. Great.
I will say there's less office ones than doc ones.
Hmm.
If that's a sway for you. I don't know if that's a sway for you. Also, a lot of the doc ones are Daniel David guys. I think you have like 10 of them. We did post like 50 or something since last time we've done doc things. So I don't know. That might be an exaggeration, but there was a ton. So I definitely went through and took quite a few. Oh, Docs 1.
Docs 1. Okay. Well, I did prepare the office, so I'm sorry, chat. But we'll go to we'll go.
We have this poll, we have a vote, just so we can ignore you. That's
democracy, smiley face.
Democracy, yeah.
Okay. Now the problem is that these assets are not the same size as the boat. So
they're not the same size as the boat?
Yeah, who would have thought?
You might want to start with the two that say self-made, or the two that are obviously different. If you have it like the icons.
What do you mean by that?
There's two assets in one of them. I can't remember if it's somewhere in the assets I gave you. There's two pictures which are different, and to show that they're different, at the very end, I named them whatever the role name was, self-made.
Oh yeah, I see that. Do you want the self-made one and the normal one?
I'm just saying you could start with those if you want to go around changing assets. I mean, I made them in the actual version of them too. If you wanted to show them nicely, you'll see what I mean.
Okay, I'll start with them. Okay.
I love democracy when I am in the majority.
We're gonna go stand up here. We're gonna stand up here. All right. Let's see. Womp. Oh, wow. I
know, it's amazing.
Okay. Do we know who this is by?
This is by work. So, as I said, I did actually make assets for.
Oh yes.
Well.
Okay. Spotter innocent ability. Choose an empty slot. Choose an empty spot. If someone is hidden, I reveal them. If lying or tainted, I never reveal. Honestly, this is a cool one. This is actually what I wanted.
You wanted to change the crab to this.
Yeah,
basically.
this is. I wanted it to be what the crab is this role. So, GG. I love this one. Let me. me. Oh yeah, this is your cursed one, but the background is also part of it. Oh my gosh, it's gonna be.
You could just have 2 images, you know. In
Just
your
have-
OBS.
I have 2 images in my OBS, Matt. Do you know what the other one is right now?
No, yes, and you could add a 3rd one then. I'm sorry.
I actually don't. What is this? It's a landmine. There you go. And it's still a sea mine, not a landmine. Don't worry about it. Okay.
My God.
But yeah, I think it is a great role. I mean, it's a 5 from me because I'm literally going to put it in the game, like as the crabber. But it's. I mean, I literally was saying that we should make this, so it has to be a 5, right?
Yeah, I mean, I think so. As you can see, I actually slightly changed the wording to be more in line with the keywords that we use. But I mean, I like it. Yeah, I'm happy. I'm happy with the 5. As you said, we already planned to have this in the game, so it's not exactly a hard decision, really.
Well, yeah. You're reading my mind, Rook. I like it. Let's go to the sniper, a role that is not already in play. It is GV's role, and it's an ongoing that reads.
You've chosen an interesting one because this is one that is inspired by the sniper.
You don't say.
Yeah, I know, right? Crazy.
Do you want to read this one out?
Sure. I need to give an imposing voice now. No. When you move onto a position surrounding the lighthouse, I kill the furthest role from myself. I'm always surrounding the lighthouse. I lie and pretend to be a suspected role.
I like that. That's cute. The sniper is back, but they're different for the dogs. That's kind of fun.
Yeah, I think it's a good refavor.
No,
it's quite a nice one. Oh, I see. You wanted me to read things out because you're eating pizza at the moment, aren't you?
No, I think what was I gonna say? The Lightkeeper, I want to say. Do they their whole thing was that they tell you how many evil rolls are closer to the lighthouse than they are to the boat.
Yeah.
So adding this roll actually does have slightly more significance.
In a way, yeah.
And I think it helps. It's definitely like almost detrimental to the evil team because unless the sniper adds the lighthouse to the dock if they're suspected, even, but or something like that, right? Because otherwise it's going to be.
I imagine they would, right? Otherwise, yeah.
Yeah. I think they shouldn't always both be in play, if that makes sense.
Yeah. No, I agree with that.
But, okay, here's a quick question. This is, I guess you can poll this for chat. You can give it like a long poll timer. But I want to ask, should we turn the sniper on so that you can play with it within the new Belfry Fearmonger Gentleman Gargoyle environment? I'm just saying, do people want to see it?
Yeah, I think I was going to say, I think the answer is going to be quite obvious.
But should we do it? I don't know. Why not? Because I do.
I mean, yeah, I do think it would fit very well in this set. In fact, I kind of wish we'd waited for it to put it in the set, to be honest. Give the sniper an automatic. I mean, yeah, exactly. I don't think anyone's going to say no to more rolls. So we could, I guess we could discuss it, but we're not. You know, my favorite sentence. We're not promising anything here.
Oh, well, there you go. Now you know. Matt is the one who's taking the sniper away. No, joking. All right. There's a roll here by Wind. Actually, wait, we haven't rated this. What's your rating, Matt?
Oh, I think it's probably a 4 or 5. I'll give it a 4.
Hell yeah.
Matt, how could you? I'm sorry. Don't worry, guys. Just you'll have them all in the game in the final version. You know?
Gatekeeper, Matt. Can't believe this. Okay. I think I'd say the same. It's not quite a 5 because I think. Actually, I don't know. I'm not sure. 4 feels right for it. I'm not sure what you'd need to do to make it a 5 though. It's just nice. I like having the role. It's like thematically a role that is next to places that are up high, and it's cool that the lighthouse satisfies that, and you can just kind of put it in there for that reason. It does bring up one question though. Actually, no, it doesn't, because it just uses your position now instead of the clock. So yeah, actually I will give it a 5. Do you know what? I changed my mind. And with that, let's have a look at a meddler. It's the sturgeon, which is a fish, I believe. And it's an idea from Wind, and it reads: after you use 3 fuel, I might kill an innocent roll. The sturgeon instead of the surgeon.
I love this so much, by the way. I saw this and I was like, this is amazing.
This is exactly the kind of role you would put in this list, Matt.
Of course it is. I mean, it is just the surgeon, but they added a T. And it's
Chat-
just still a word that makes sense. I love it.
Chat is finding out how to get their roles in here by playing off you.
Immediately it goes a bit higher.
Well, I will say it's a 5 from me. I like it a lot.
Exactly.
It is a solid role, but you did also play that very well. I like it. I like it a lot. GG went. GG from me.
Yeah, I think this is a 5.
Hell yeah. Big. I can see this easily going in the game. Let's have a look at the next role then. It is the Survivalist. It's an innocent role by Debbie L&D Aspair that reads: I'm always targeted by a role that hides other roles. When I'm investigated, I announce the address of the role that hid me. When I'm lying or tainted, I hide myself and I announce a good address instead. I like this. This is fun.
This does bring up one question, which is interesting.
Yeah, what happens if if there's like conditional hides? Does it just bypass those?
Well, actually, I mean, I guess that's the same question, kind of. I was going to say, what happens if they're conditionally tainted? If they're just tainted halfway through the case and then they're untainted. Like, if there was the equivalent of a maid that just tainted them into a man and point in the case.
Well, I mean, I think that's fine, right?
Would
They'd still be hidden.
Would they just suddenly disappear? Or they'd still be hidden. They just would announce and then, well, oh yeah, of course. Never mind. Yeah, that makes sense.
But when they would just suddenly change their address if they were revealed. I think is what would have to happen here.
Yeah. Also, sorry, this reminds me. You know the Romantic?
Yeah, I've met them.
You know how there was a weird bug with them, with the maid? I don't know if you know about this bug.
I actually don't.
If the maid tainted the Romantic, it wouldn't change what the Romantic did. The Romantic would still like not. Actually, it did a little bit, but they wouldn't lie. If there was a Casanova and played a Romantic, would say "I love myself" instead of what they would usually say. But otherwise, they would have the same behavior as if they would just pretend to shoot. And that's because most of the Romantic's behavior was in the on-round start function rather than the generate info function, which means it was like they were deciding what they were going to say on when the round started, and because they were getting tainted after that. And this is the first one that does that. It was having issues.
Interesting. Well,
yeah,
I'm sure the maids had the maid is a very. I love the maid personally. It's actually a role, weirdly, that like wasn't part of the initial list. Like, for those who don't know, we have a like a huge mega list with the like with all of the roles that we are planning to add and tests and whatnot. It's got like hundreds of roles on there.
Yeah, it's just
And,
ideas list. If we have an idea that we want to remember, we'll put it on the list.
And we'll work through it and make stuff up out of that list. But and when we make the sets, we're basically just combing through the list, finding a few that we can put together that are thematically appropriate, and then releasing it. But this time round, when we were making them and putting them together, the mage was actually one that wasn't part of the main list. It was just one that I kind of made to I guess fill out the set, to finish it off, round it out. And I'm really happy with it. I think it's cool. And yeah, I think that the mage just adds so much chaos, and it was also way scarier before. And then Matt was like, "Stop! Don't do that."
Oh yeah, no. What was it before? You had it. Oh yeah, you had it as
when
the maid was every roll after you investigated, after the clock tower rang.
Yeah.
It was like, okay, but that's a bit insane. The clock tower rings at hour 1, everybody's lying to you. I mean,
Yeah. And and so I agreed. I said, fair enough. I'll make it less crazy. And but that's why. Yeah, that would have been crazy. Yeah, but that's why.
The cool thing was a fearmonger, and the Belfry, where they really do become meddlers because they suddenly you get an extra tainted from the main.
And I honestly think it's super cool. I love the once per ring thing. Yeah, it's neat. Luke, innocent, when investigated, I tell you if there is a Twitch stream. Oh no, was I tainted today? You hate to see it. Okay.
Showed up right in time.
What about the survivor list then? What will we be giving it rating wise?
I think there's going to be another Matthew thinking about implementation. I think I'm going to give this a 4 because it would be really annoying to implement.
Yeah, I could see that. I'll give it a 4 as well.
Also, when tainted, I might start on time. It's crazy.
Hey, listen, this is coming from somebody who is not here at all at the start time because she was buying milk. At least, Mike got here on the dot,
I was a bit late.
I had a milk date, very important. Yeah. Okay, whatever you say. IRL milkman, real. Turned evil. Okay, let's have a look at The Wayfarer by Daniel David Guy. It is an innocent role. Would you like to read it out so I can eat my slice of pizza?
Of course.
Thank you.
The Wayfarer reads ability. Pick a role. If they are good, I move the boat to them without using any fuel. Otherwise, I announce the water's too dangerous there. When I'm lying or tainted, I always announce the water's too dangerous there. I will say, this one, I was thinking about it when I implemented it. When I made the asset. And I was thinking to myself, I like it, but I think the line condition should be that it does the opposite, that it moves when you pick up an evil roll and it says the water's not too dangerous when you pick a good roll. I just think that's kind of funny that you can be moved across the board and be like, oh, they must be good then, and then move off then. just be very, very, very sneaky about them when they're lying. But no, I like it. It's a good, because I know one of the things that came out of the playtest quite a lot was not enough fuel. That people wanted more fuel in these cases, or ways to regenerate fuel, things like that. So this is pretty cool because it allows for us movement to be done without fuel, and you can be quite big movement, right? If you decide, if you pick something on the other side of the board, you could be moving the entire board without any fuel at all, which would be really, really strong. So I quite like this one.
Yes, I agree. I think this is really cool. Is it a full cap? Highlighted milkman, crazy. But yeah, Wayfarer, solid roll. I like it. I think your line condition could be really funny. I love the idea of being moved onto a roll and being like, ah, nice, and then moving off of it.
How is the fuel amount calculated for a level? Oh, it's semi-random and semi-not. The way it works.
Very useful.
I know. But okay. So there's two elements to it. There's a random element, and then there's a like the determined element. The random element is basically, well, actually, they're both kind of random. Anyway, the first element is it an easy case? Is it a hard case? Like, what's the difficulty of this case? The harder it is, the less fuel you have, but it's a range. So it's a range between two random values. The second one, and why you would actually see mostly higher fuel for bigger cases, is you basically have a certain amount of fuel added for each roll that's in the game, in the board. So if you had 10 rolls, like 5 innocent, 2 meddlers, 2 underlings, and 1 traitor, the traitor would give you like 2 or 3 fuel. Each underling would give you 1.5. Each meddler would give you 0.5, and each innocent would give you 0.2 or something. And so that adds to that base random. I can't quite remember the exact values. Those are just values off my head. But traitors give you more, innocent give you very little, and it just has some from my memory. It also has a bit of a range, so it's like there's still some randomness there. But in effect, you have just a random base plus an amount per roll that you add to the case. So if you have more rolls in the case, you have more fuel. Was the idea. The idea was that each case would have only just enough, or like barely enough, or just like you should be able to make it an arrest and leave, but you should always be tight on fuel. Was kind of the idea. But I think we slightly overtuned it, because there was definitely cases where like you would have to, you couldn't arrest all the rolls without running out of fuel first.
Yeah.
So I think yeah.
Yeah, there should definitely be a few things. Certain roles, like I want to say, oh man, I can't remember the name of the dock rolls. The one that shoves you around. What's the name of it? It begins with a P.
The Mutineer.
Mutineer, that's the one. I was trying to get pirate at the front of it for some reason. The Mutineer, because obviously that's like one of those things that like passively eats your fuel as well. So it'd be cool if maybe some roles like gave you back fuel, just had more fuel things, or just even started people with slightly more fuel. I agree that like what we have currently is just slightly too low. Now we need to find some way to compensate, or like to add a little bit more.
Does it take the board size into account? I think it might. I can't remember. I remember considering it at the very least, because when we first made the docks, board size wasn't a thing. So initially, it didn't have it. I went back. I think it does. I think that base number changes slightly on the board size. But the thing, I think it doesn't change very much, because smaller board size tends to be easier cases, and for easier cases, I want more fuel anyway. So it doesn't change too much. So it kind of comes back to almost the same. But yeah, that's what what Kitty is saying in chat, that you could play perfectly and still be forced to lose reputation, is kind of where the feedback we got. And I think you should probably always have enough fuel to play to get all the evils and come back to the docks without having to lose reputation.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, like the most extreme example I saw was someone who wasn't able to get to the far side of the board and back. Yeah, and that was just like they were unlucky on like both sides. But I just don't think it should be possible, if that makes sense.
Yeah. I mean, I think the other thing is that I'm surprised how much. I was a little surprised by how much people used fuel, in the sense that, for me, when I played, I think it's because we added quite a lot of the hiding roles and some of the roles that play with it a bit later. So a lot of the things that make you want to move, they make it because in a way you can play it very optimally, because you only ever really need 12 fuel in a dock squad to get on a 4x4. Technically, you could need slightly more, I think, but 2. Actually, is that true? 2, 3, 4. No. You only ever need 12 fuel to be able to go to every space on the board. If you're smart about it. But that obviously means that, like, if you ever want to, go to a certain position to check something, like with the nymph or whatever, then suddenly you're deviating from the optimal path, and then suddenly you can't use 12 fuel anymore. Things like that. And that happened more often than I expected. It'd be nice if the leftover fuel could be carried over somehow, like stored in the docks location. So if you finish the case with 3 left, that could go into the docks. I don't hate it.
What was that? Sorry.
Having fuel carry over.
Oh.
So if you do I don't hate that.
Yeah, that's kind of fun. It should certainly be like something for that. Like some way to carry some fuel across. I don't even hate the idea of having a role that it's like you bank some fuel there, and then like the next time you see them, you can take some fuel out of it again, like some crazy thing like that. But yeah, definitely a cool idea. Also, just to say, there's another showcase that we're in that just started like now. So let me just quickly show that, and then we can go back to our scheduled roles. But whilst I show this off, what do you think? What would you give the Wayfarer? I think it's a 5 from me.
I think they're very, very strong. I think I'm going to give it a 4 just because I think they are kind of crazy in power.
Okay.
I wonder if having a limitation on it might be more interesting, but I'm not sure.
Man.
I do like them. I do think we need roles like them at the very least.
For sure. Sorry to interrupt. Convergence Games Showcase is now live. We are, I believe, in this collection. Where are we? There we are. Bosh. And there's a bunch of other fun ones, like the Glory on Pluto one.
I was going to say, you have the...
I met the person who made this recently. They're very cool.
Oh, nice. Did you see them yesterday?
No, they weren't around yesterday, but we had a chat with them the other day, didn't we, Matt? We played through their stuff. It's really cool. Yeah, man, so cool. And we have so many roles. I will jump back, but I just want to say,
I'll be going really slowly as well.
I know. I'm sorry.
No.
Well, there you go. But yeah, Convergence Secret Sauce. My gosh. Yeah, everything's going on. It's not slowing down, is it? But I think that's a good thing, right? You don't want things to slow down. So let's keep going. We should go. Okay, I'll have a look at this. Oh, beautiful. This is, I think, also Daniel David guy. Let me check.
No, this is Rook again.
No.
Yes.
No, it's not. Oh, it is.
I'm not gonna... It is.
Did you not make a full one for this one?
I did, didn't I? It's after, not before. If it's alphabetically sorted.
No. What?
I swear it's in there. You're trolling me.
I'm not trolling. Unless it's in like another part. No, you didn't. Well, I'm going to assume this is also by Rook. Is the urchin?
Oh, wait.
What?
Oh, no, you're right. I think they won.
True.
Oh, well, my bad. I forgot to make one for this.
No, it's okay. You can read this one out.
On my OMG new UI reveal. But yeah, urchin. I tell you how many tainted rolls there are. One additional innocent is tainted. I cannot be tainted. If I'm lying, I tell a false number and do not taint.
I think this is... I like this. This is kind of fun.
Imagine having a dubious chef case and watching this number gradually.
Can you imagine? That's crazy.
Oh, man.
Honestly, I could see this just like as a global role, not specifically just the docks.
Well, just the docs does have it that it can update, right? It would update every time a new role is being tainted or not being tainted.
Yeah, I suppose that's fair. What do we think about this? Any thoughts on it?
Yeah, I quite like this. I think it's actually quite a fun one. I think we could have this as a global role in other regions. I think that would work.
Yeah.
As of right now, I think that only the gunner can taint. You need more roles for this to be meaningful. Yeah, I was going to say, with what the roles were in the playtest, I don't think this would be that good. But with the roles that we know could exist, I think this would work fine.
For sure, yeah.
So, yeah. I think I'm willing to give this another 4.
Yeah, I think I meant you. Now, I'm going to jump straight to this one because I saw Seagull, and I want to see the Seagull.
Oh, yeah.
I know I spoke about Seagulls last time. I don't know if it's related. Let's have a look. Bosh.
I think Daniel requested this one specifically a while ago, because when I was reading through, I saw something like, Matt, if you're reading this, please put the Seagull in.
It's an innocent role. I was going to say, I don't know, I've never seen an innocent seagull before, but I'll take your word for it. I pick an evil target. Whenever the boat moves towards my target, I squawk. Otherwise, I shake my head. Okay.
I quite like. I think this one's funny. I think
what's the light condition on this?
That's what I was going to say. The light condition is hard to figure out.
Squawk, drunk seagull, yeah. Oh man. How do you do this? I guess, yeah, that's what we're asking. I guess it would be like the targets. You could do the inverse, where it's like they squawk only when you're not moving towards their target.
Yeah, the problem I have is I don't actually think there's a good solution here. Because or you could just have them always shake their head or something like that, right? Which I guess would be a solution. But the reason is that like all you need is for there to be, an evil in each corner, and then there's no like the behavior of the seagull will always be truthful to at least one of them, if that makes sense. Like, and because you never know what their target is, you would not be able to tell that they're lying.
Yeah, Daniel David guy says instead of an evil target, they pick a good one.
Yeah, but that's the issue of like, what if you just picked a good one right beside an evil one?
That is true.
I mean, I guess it is technically, you can technically, feasibly figure it out in a way, but it'd be super hard to like. I think figuring out if a sequel is lying or not would be really difficult.
Make it a meddler though.
Make it meddler, yeah, maybe. You know what? I'm not against that. And then you have the information, but it's like you have to use quite a lot of fuel to get it to be useful, and it's hard to know if they're lying. But they can help you out a bunch, because if it works, it will just give you an evil straight up.
I think it's a meddler maybe because it tempts you to waste your fuel to go check it out.
Yeah, any other updates give significantly more info than what it doesn't. That is true.
Yeah, I think it is funny because it is a game of hot chord. I agree with you wholeheartedly on that. Okay.
Yeah, I think. Yeah.
Well, let's have a look at the Saboteur. Do you want to read this out?
Sure. I hide the naval mine. I add a naval mine when I am in play. I lie and pretend to be an in-play innocent role. It's an idea from Funky. Funky is a name I'm going with, because it's the person who's named Funky, but with a really weird font. With like a funky font. I'm realizing you're eating pizza right now. But yeah, I mean, this one is kind of fun. I I think this one will make people paranoid.
As
soon as you're on the suspect list, that is not. I've already read it out.
Oh, you did? Oh, I missed that. Sorry. I hide the naval mine. I add a naval mine when I am. I hide the naval. That's so funny. Wait, that's so good. You should hide naval mines. That's amazing.
Kind of wish there was anyone that encourages to do anything other than move one tile at a time. Yeah, so this would definitely help you with that. There are a couple of other roles that I know we have in testing that are roles that make moving, regardless how many tiles, more expensive. So if you move one tile at a time, it'll double your cost. But if you move like 6 tiles at once, then they won't. They'll just add 1 to it. So there's a role like that to try and help with that as well.
It would also be cool to have a role that rewards you for traveling a certain amount of like distance in a single bound, like something that says now it's like the position of an evil if you move 5 spaces in a line or something like that, like across the whole board.
I see what you mean. Could be interesting.
Yeah, this is an obvious buy for me.
Yeah, I think I think I can give it a 5. I think I can give it a 5.
I mean, just imagine that there's an anglerfish, and you're trying to find them. You like move on to the saboteur's naval mine. It blows up the angler. Cinema.
You know, with that you've sold me.
Yeah, no, it just seems like fun to me. I like it.
I will say there's a discussion of should there be able to have 2 naval mines or just the one. Like if there's a saboteur and a mine layer, do you get both?
Yeah.
You're saying yeah.
Yeah, I think you can have duplicate of locations, just not roles.
Interesting, because I was thinking no. Like, as people pointed out with the clock tower, there's only ever 1 clock tower, even though there's several roles that say I add the clock tower.
Maybe that's a fair point.
I guess it should be I add the naval mine instead of I add a naval mine.
You could say I add an extra naval mine to like tell the difference. I don't know. But yeah, something definitely worth considering. Talking about.
Yeah.
But a clock tower is like a fixed structure.
But anyone can make a naval mine.
I don't know how. Yeah, sure. If Goose can make a naval mine, I think we should probably just nod. Because you don't want to upset someone who can freely make naval mines. Especially because we're in the UK. Well, I guess you're somewhat safe. You're in the mountains. Not very many spots for naval mines there.
Not very. Well, I mean, we do have a bunch of lakes, you know.
that would just be cruel, though.
It would be, yes. Well, I mean, I feel like there's a naval mine anywhere is cruel in some ways.
More than 1 mine in the harbour. And more than 1 clock tower in a city. It does make more sense. You have to be careful because we don't want rules to be too inconsistent.
Yeah, you need the rules to be consistent. Which is why, like, I mean, I think if we wanted to have 7 naval mines, we could just have, like you said, I add
like an additional
naval mine or something.
Oh yeah. Let's go for this next one. The Sailor by Snaky. It's an innocent role that reads, once investigated, the first time the boat moves onto me, I move the boat 1 step towards the closest evil roll for no fuel cost. When lying or tainted, I do not move the boat. I like this. This is a nice one.
This is a nice one. I like this one a lot. I think its only problem is that it's really easy to tell if it's lying, obviously. Well, in a way, you still have to move to it. I'm wondering if this should be a self-confirm roll, like if it should be considered a self-confirm roll. Because if you move onto it, it is, but if you don't move onto it, it's not. And so it's why, like, you know, it's not like a priest where, like, as soon as you investigate, you know. So it's not self-confirming that way. But at the same time,
I would. No.
Crab would like it, as Daniel David says in chat, right? Where like, if it doesn't the crab, if it doesn't kill, you know that it aligns immediately.
Yeah, I don't think it's quite self-confirmed, but it's awfully close.
Hmm.
I like this. I'm going to give it 5. I think it's just
I like this as well.
good idea.
I think this is also a 5 for me. I really like this one. I just think it's very fun to have to move to a state and just be moved around in any direction. Like, now is this one evil or is it the next one? I don't know. It's good information.
Let's have a look at a role from Sequest, the publicist. Do you want to read this one?
Sure. When investigated, I announced the address of a number of roles equal to the amount of reputation you currently have. An odd number of the roles I announced are line or tainted. When line or tainted, an even number of the roles I announced are line or tainted. This is an interesting one because it scales with reputation. So if you only have one reputation, they'll announce one role, and if they're line, they're a truthful role, and if they're telling the truth, then the role they announce is line or tainted. Great. But if you have 6 roles, then the cube's like, is it just 1 out of the 6? Is it 3 out of the 6? Is it 5 out of the 6? And even if it's 1 out of the 6, it's like you still have, it becomes more and more useless the more reputation you have, which is nice because it's like a catch-up mechanic almost. How would this work with critic? Would it announce 1 or 2 roles? That's a good question. In a way, it might still announce 6 because critic changes reputation status, not reputation directly. But I feel like that's not really intuitive, so we might change that. Yeah, so if you look at your reputation in the bottom left, there's 6 little slots. So there's 2 for poor, 2 for good, 2 for excellent.
Yeah, I would say you would have to, if there's a critic, it would read as 1 reputation, or 1 or 2, I guess.
It would probably have to be 1.
Yeah.
But yeah, in a game logic, currently, all it does is it changes the perceived status rather than the actual perceived reputation. But nothing checks the reputation number. Everything checks the status. Gonna get there. No, poor reputation is 1 or 2. I mean, I guess it says less than 3 then. Good is 3 or 4, and excellent is 5 or 6.
Are we? It does say that in the game, right? Or am I crazy?
Might not, I mean, it does say it on the newspaper.
True.
Like you have a marker with the names below it and things.
Oh, then yeah. It's on the UI.
It's on the UI, yeah.
That's fine then. That's fine. Okay. This one, I think I'm going to give it I'll give it a 3, only because I don't know. I'd want to play with it before I make a proper judgment.
I quite like this one. I almost want to simplify it a bit. But I know that we were kind of at some point thinking about trying to make we wanted to make more roles that had a basis in reputation and that played with that mechanic because we didn't really have any.
Yeah. And
I think this could fit. It might need to be simplified a bit, but for that reason I'm going to give it a 4.
Okay. I like it. Let's have a look at this next role. Let's see. The Polluter by Snaky. It's an underling that reads, I taint all hidden good roles. I lie and pretend to be a suspected role. That is mean.
This is very mean. I do like it though. I think it's funny. I would probably change it to be innocent roles rather than good roles.
Yeah.
But other than that, I like it. The main reason is changing the shipwrecked means they don't hide anymore. So they're not hidden anymore. So they wouldn't be tainted by the polluter, so they would hide. So they would be pretty, etc. You get the paradox of that. But otherwise, I like it a lot. I think this is quite a fun one. I think it is quite a horrible one though.
I give this a 4. I think I like it a lot. What do you think?
Yeah, I think I'd give it a 4 as well.
No, okay. Alright, let's swap over from dock rolls to clock rolls. I don't think we've got too much time left, and I want to cover some from the other set. So, which one do you think we should go for? This one?
There's one in the clock, but I actually kind of wanted to show you because it does something that's really interesting. I've never seen another roll do, in a way.
Oh, well, do you remember which it was?
No, but I'll find it.
Okay. Is it this one?
It is the Executioner.
The Executioner. I heard talk of this in the chat.
It's in C1.
Alright, let's have a look at it then. It's a meta roll, the ability. Pick a roll, I kill them, and the roll picked will never reappear in your run. It cannot be tainted. If the roll picked was pretending, he loses 2 reputation, but my ability still works on the true roll. I think that is interesting.
That was my thought, right? We've never seen a roll, at least I don't think we have, that affects the wider game than just the case.
Yes. Okay.
And for relatively good reason, I think. But
yeah,
I'm curious.
How would that work with constraints, like the Casanova and the Romantic, or Barkeep and the Drunkard?
Oh, I mean, if you can't have the Casanova, if you shoot if you shoot the Barkeep doesn't appear, but the Drunkard could appear. That's not a problem.
Or
if you shoot the Romantic, then you just won't get the Casanova anymore.
I mean the other way around though.
What? If you shoot the Barkeep, it's the Drunkard.
Yeah.
Then you just won't get the Barkeep anymore.
Crazy.
Same as if you shot the good cop and you wouldn't get the bad cop anymore either.
I think this isn't fun. I think it does have some problems that are tricky.
Such as?
Well, for example, if you're like on case selection, you have something that says like X roll is spotted in play.
Yeah.
And then like the executioner has already executed that roll. Now, I know
that
it can
never happen.
I know it can never happen. But do you know what? Never mind. Don't worry about it. All I'm saying is that there's stuff that I'm working on that would break this.
Yes, that I can agree with. Yes, indeed, there is.
So as a result, I probably can't have this exist.
Yes, I think I can somewhat agree with that. But
it is a
it's
cool
still an
idea.
interesting role. Yeah,
It is interesting.
I thought it was worth bringing it up as a just because it's a cool like other way to think about a role.
Yes. But it's fun. I like it. It just it doesn't play with my secret stuff. Let's have a look at Let's have a look at this. Do you want to read this one?
Sure. This is the Bishop. I taint all innocent roles. I pretend to be a suspected not in play role. All evils become truthful.
Who's this by?
This is.
Sorry.
You know, I should make you. I should make you say the name of the one that's in Chinese.
I'm gonna say it's Zhang Daizhen. If I got that pronounced that wrong, I'm sorry. But
Yeah,
I
please
was
say it now.
waiting for Matt to read that. But yeah, this I said, oh, this is mean. This is really mean. What do we think about it?
This is extremely. It kind of reverses a normal, like a standard case, where it's like, okay, instead of all good telling the truth and no evil lying, let's do the opposite.
Hmm.
Poor guy becomes super truthful. Yeah, I think this one is interesting. I kind of love it, but also kind of fear it would be really, really hard.
For sure. Like I don't
But
know.
it would
is
cause
it-
so much chaos.
Yeah. Does it actually work?
What do you mean? Does that actually work?
Like, does this play well? Like, can you? I guess it does, right?
I mean, you can already have cases where you have more liars than truthful people.
No, mine. It's the Vortex.
Oh,
I hate-
it is strange though.
It's stressful. It's a paranoia roll. I think I'm gonna give it a 5. This is one I think we should make and see if it works. Just because I'm curious.
Wait, you're gonna give it a 5?
I think I am.
That's
think
insane.
so.
Okay. I mean, I'm giving it a 4. I think. I mean, I like it, but I think it might be too crazy.
Yeah, but like, is it though? I don't know.
I mean, probably.
It This is the thing. I want to make it because
I'd also say this will make
Just
things
fuzzy-
really annoying though to make. This would be also awful to make.
why?
Well, tainting all innocence, easy peasy.
Oh, making evil all tell the truth.
That it's a bit harder.
Mm.
I will also say what I find very funny with this one as well is that, like, if you have a copycat, they will be telling the truth.
Wait, that's actually true. Meddlers become slightly
That is
stronger.
not affected by this.
Oh, that's so messed up. Oh. No, this one would have to still lie, otherwise it's too easy. Or you can, yeah, you
No,
can
they
stop.
don't. They don't lie. I pretend to be a suspect and not in play role.
Yeah, no, I
They do
know,
not
but
lie.
somebody said, what if they didn't pretend?
Oh,
Well, I
see,
think they have to pretend, otherwise you have too much info. You can start flipping things. But
I also say, there's a good question. What happens if a tainted? Wait. No, that should be fine. Because any rule that taints takes innocence. That's not an issue. I think this works. Yeah. The threat of this roll when it's suspected would be awful.
oh, hold on, what's going on?
Good
Somebody
point.
says,
Appreciate-
hello, I am from the AI Aware Consortium. Was there any generative AI used in the making of this product? No. It was made by our very much human Lydia, who is here, I think. She's hidden away, but she's here.
I am hidden away.
Yep, there she is. So not AI, just Lydia. And yeah, just so you know, no AI. Sorry, but please continue, Matt.
Oh no, I was just going to say, Preacher Bishop would indeed be
Oh,
very funny and also awful.
I love that. See, this is why it's got to be a 5.
Yeah, you're slowly convincing me, but I think I'm gonna go with a 4. I think I'm gonna stick to it.
Okay. Okay, fair enough. Well, thank you very much to the person who submitted this. I'll make Matt try to read the next name out. Where is it? Right, Matt. Good luck. Have a go at this one.
Thank you.
Wait, make sure
Ability.
you get the name too.
Wait. I am gonna find it. I'm gonna put it through like a what was it called? You know those things that are like, how do you say this?
Yeah, like Google Translate thing.
Yeah, I guess. just to see if it gives me something that I think is even vaguely sayable, with my very poor accent. Okay, wait. How do I? No, wait.
Well, whilst you look that up, I'll read it out.
Yeah.
The medium is a medal roll that says ability. Pick a roll. If they are alive, I announce if they are tainted. If they are dead, I reveal them and make them announce their statement if they have one. When I am lying or tainted, I announce the opposite of a true statement. If the roll picked is dead, they will not be revealed and they won't update their statement. Why is this? Yeah, chat says this is innocent. And I think I agree. Where's the downside? Pick a roll. If they're alive.
Oh yeah, I think I did have that thought as well. And or did I just get it wrong? Let me just check that I'm not just. No, this is just supposed to be innocent. I just think I just accidentally made them.
Oh, it's
meddler.
mislisted. Yeah,
Oh no, it's just because they had medium good, and I just read that as meddler good. I think.
Oh, I see.
But yeah, this is just innocent.
Yeah, this isn't innocent. Pretend it says innocent in the top right.
Matt sabotage.
Yeah, strikes again.
I secretly am trying to.
Yeah, where you go with
I
that?
don't know what my end goal would be.
Yeah. I like it though. If they're alive, I announce if they're tainted. If they're dead, I reveal information. I like that. That's kind of cool. There's a lot of times when dead rolls kind of are there, and the medium could be used to kind of figure that out. Oh, I also like the idea of like, I guess, blowing someone up with a naval mine and then using the medium to get their information again to see if it's different, or like something of that nature. I like this. Are you close with the name, Matt?
There's no shot I can say that. My God, I don't think I'm capable of saying this with my Western mouth. Just what?
Your Western mouth.
Yeah, I mean, like I'm listening to it on the Google Translate, and I was just like, I don't know if I could make some of these sounds.
Well, can't believe this.
It's my best attempt.
Do you know what? That's good enough. Thanks for trying. I like that. Let's go have a look at the Thug, maybe. Yeah. It's an underling roll by Nivex, and it reads, I'm always in the same row or column as the crime scene. If there is a meddler or innocent role between me and the crime scene, I taint one of them. I lie and pretend to be a suspected role.
Our entire chat has become rats.
What? How are they? Oh man. No, they found the Rat King. They checked the localization.
The Rat King's not in localization. We never translated that one.
Oh, pre-localization.
But yeah, the Thug I think had another name that was also quite fun. They had like 2 names that they were happy with. Can't quite remember what the other name was. But it's an interesting one.
I like the Thug. This is a fun one because it means the Fall Guy can become weird again.
Well, yeah, I kept in Meddler, but I still think we should. I don't know. I'm still not certain that we should ever really taint Meddlers. I feel like that's going to cause too much chaos.
But it's the Thug, Matt.
Yeah.
Oh wait, the Fall Guy's an underling anyway. That's true.
Yeah, it wouldn't work. Yeah, Fall Guy's still immune. Meddlers should be tainted. The problem with Meddlers being tainted is that it brings in things like order of execution, suddenly becomes an issue. Because like, what if you have a Meddler that taints, and then if they're tainted, they no longer taint? Then then you need to care about who tainted, like if the Meddler got tainted first, or if the Meddler tainted first before they got tainted. Well, things like that. It's the reason why I'm always a bit more like dubious because I don't want order of execution to be something that necessarily matters. I don't want it to be something that you need to think about when you play a Dupery case.
It's going to get harder and harder though.
Well, it does if you start tainting members.
An actual night order would solve that problem, yes, but then we'd need to have a night order somewhere.
Yeah.
Squeak,
And
squeak.
Squeak, squeak.
I'm
I
gonna
mean,
give
it kind of
this-
solves. Sorry, I was just going to say, a night order would kind of solve the problem in the sense that it's no longer hidden to the player, so the player can figure it out. But it's an extra layer that I don't necessarily think is worth it. I mean, that's something I could be convinced about, though, to be fair. But, like, I would, like... There's enough in the game already that's kind of... that you have a lot to wrap your head around. I don't think adding niche scenarios in which you have to then think about a new thing, the night order, that you very rarely have to think about, is necessarily an improvement. I don't know. Maybe I'm just too scared. You know, maybe I'm just a coward.
Yeah, I could see it only because, especially with me playing BATC lately, it is like fun sometimes to catch that. It's like, wait a minute, this can't have happened because the execution order is wrong. And it's kind of neat when you pick it up. But I will say, it might be too much. So I don't know. I'm in the same spot as you are. I'm not sure.
But I will say I do like this role. I think they're very fun. I like the positional constraint that it has a lot. Because it's different from just being surrounded or adjacent, or like not surrounded, not adjacent.
Yeah.
And I like a lot. And I think even if you just removed the meta, made it just innocent rolls, it would still be very good. I don't think that would actually detract that much from it.
Actually, do you know what could be fun? This is a crazy pitch, sorry. What if there was a region centered around Order of Execution? Like its mechanic was a night order in effect.
Okay, but how would that work is my question. That's my next question.
Nope, that's as far as my thought went. I think you'd have to figure it out. But
is it because you would need things that would interact with Order of Execution a lot?
Yeah.
And that seems somewhat complicated.
Yeah, I don't know. Like that doesn't really. Sorry, it was. That wasn't a fully thought out thought. You could do something fun. I don't know. What? Yeah, no.
If the devs don't make it, someone make it as a fan region.
True.
Hey, I'm going to do fine. You guys can do whatever you want in your fan regions. That's I want to see everything and anything, you know.
True. Give me the fantasy one.
Give me give me everything. Give me And to be fair, there was a new fan region made this week as well. If people haven't checked it out, it's in the forums.
Quirk, gotcha. Order of Operations is reversed. That would be so terrible.
Oh my.
I wonder what, yeah. I'm sure there's a way to make something fun happen with the order execution thing. I don't know what it would be though. Something weird for sure. But anyway, this is by Zpay 2003. Or Zpay? I don't know, but it's certainly in 2003. And it's a meddler with a twin, and it reads, when you use abilities, I might redirect the target to myself. This can only happen once. I have a 50% chance to redirect the target of each ability used until it happens. When I'm lying or tainted, I never redirect the target of any abilities. A less annoying accountant. True. I think, I kind of like this one. It just eats one of your ability uses. It's definitely a meddler, for sure.
Yeah. I think there's one small problem that I can think of.
Yeah.
In fact, there's two small problems I can think of.
Okay.
The first problem is if you get this in the case with only a couple of ability rolls, then it might not proc, and then you might not know if it's just you got unlucky,
True.
or you just have a lion twin.
Mm.
And it'll be very difficult to tell to find out. Which is not always the end of the world. I mean, things like youngster, there's literally no way with the world itself. So it's not like for meta that's not really that problematic, but it is like something there. The other thing to say is
that is funny. Sorry.
What happens if you have two truthful twins, and they both try and proc at the same time?
I guess one would take priority over the other by address value, probably some kind of sorting like that. But somebody said it would be a very funny way to find out there is a recruiter game with a vigilante in play.
That is a good point.
Which I like. Okay. I'm going to put a counter pitch for another meddler roll.
Go on.
You can tell me if you like this one. This is a free, you can roast me in chat. It's a meddler roll.
I'm roasting you. Sorry.
Thanks, man. It's a meddler roll called the Yes Man, okay? And its ability, like what it does, is effectively any ability that targets the Yes Man will give a positive result, and it pretends to be a good roll. So what this means is if the vigilante picks it, for example, it'll activate and kill them, even though they're good. Or if like it reads as good from the seamstress, not seamstress, blah blah blah. You know what I mean? So the tailor, and the researcher reads it as good. Things like that. But yeah, I guess you'd have to define what positive is.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
But yeah, I don't know. Okay, you can roast me. But what's the roll going to be? Like a 3 on that? Damn.
Well, the problem I have with it is that for most ability rolls, it doesn't. Like, what does positive mean?
I guess read it.
Vigilance is a very odd one where it either activates or it doesn't. But most ability rolls do a thing depending on the thing. Like they don't have a yes/no; they have a or B.
Well, let me ask you this question, Matt. If you had to turn the vigilante into a binary, like true or false, or like 0 and 1, let's say, is it shooting someone 0 or 1?
I mean, again, the thing is that the vigilante is the only one where I think it's relatively obvious what positive means. I'm worried about every other role.
That's fair.
Every other ability roll. Like, researcher is claiming that it's not innocent or claiming that it's innocent positive?
I don't.
Same with empath. Is committed or confused positive?
Maybe it just always acts. It's like I guess it's just a fool guy then at that point. It just pretends to be evil. But it pretends. And it's only abilities that see it as evil. Maybe that's better.
Maybe.
Yeah. Listen, back to the workshop, But yeah. Sorry, I'll get my trash ideas out. Okay.
Yes, Luke. Of course. Yes, man.
Yes, man.
Yes.
What's this? The Superfan says, yes, man, meddler good. Any ability that targets me can do something to me. Does regardless of truthfulness. All roles will consider me and any other targets chosen with me as truthful, good, innocent. Interesting. I mean, yeah, something kind of like that. Honestly, I feel like an easier way to word it that might make more sense would be like, yes, man, meddler good. Any ability that targets me treats me as if I was evil, as an evil underling, let's say. Other roles that aren't abilities will still consider me a kind of good meddler. I pretend to be whatever. Something like that. And then someone said, side character, innocent. If any role would die, I die instead. When I'm lying or tainted, I do not have an effect. Wait, that's just a different role. Hold on. Things are escaping containment. Okay, hold on. Sorry, the twin. Let's give the twin a rating. Sorry, I've taken things off the tracks. What do we think on this one, Matthew?
I think this is a 4 from me. I've given a lot of 4s today.
Wait a second. I've just been told that there's been a Dupery sketch in the Convergence thing. Do we want to watch that live?
Dupery sketch in the Convergence, eh?
Yeah. So the Convergence, there's the event that's going on at the moment.
Yeah.
And apparently there's a sketch in it for Dupery.
Well, go on. What? Yeah, show it. I'm curious.
Well, that's the thing. I haven't seen it yet. I didn't. I knew vaguely that it existed, but Tom from Glory on Pluto just said that he liked it. I was like, I haven't seen it yet. I wonder if I can find it. Oh my god. Wait. This looks... I found something from 7 minutes ago. But... It's... I don't... This just looks like our normal trailer. But I know that there's a sketch somewhere, or something. Oh, it's live. Oh. Okay, sorry. Okay. Do you mind? You go through another role whilst I try and figure this out. Okay. Because I'm gonna have to jump around for this. So you can have a look at the biologist, maybe. And
Biologist. Pick a dead role. I announce who killed them. If they are evil, I announce got him. Non-lino tainted. I announce a random role that can kill. That is incorrect. This one is very interesting to me because it's kind of, I mean, the main reason it's interesting to me is because the lino tainted condition is kind of very strong when you think about it. It's either extremely obvious that they're lying, or they're just pointing you straight to an evil, or at least a pretending role. I mean, to be fair, with something like Surgeon, it can actually be quite bad. But even with Surgeon, like, if they can't actually kill, like, if it's somebody pretending to be a Surgeon, they can't actually kill, like, if they're lying. So they wouldn't announce them. Or maybe maybe it's supposed to read more like announce a random role. I announce a random. So does it announce the role or the address? Now I'm pretty sure in the forum post it says it announces the address, not the role. But I wasn't sure because it, as you say, like here it doesn't really say, and I think both are interesting in their own right. I think the line condition makes more sense with role, but I think the main ability makes more sense with address. But I do think they meant the address at the very least. But it's interesting because the line condition with the address, like that, that can kill is actually really quite interesting. Because if it can kill, then you kind of immediately narrow them down. If you know they're lying to some useful information. But yeah, I don't know. Oh,
sorry,
has changed.
I think I found it. I think it's here. This is still live, by the way. So we're out by like 40 minutes or something. We can live react to this now if you want. Could be dangerous. Let's give it a go.
Could you share your Discord stream so I'm not on a delay?
Oh yeah. I think I already am.
Wait, you already are. Never mind. Ignore me.
Stream on stream. Perfect. You can watch this live on IGN apparently. Nice. IGN is doing this on YouTube, but live anyway. I don't know. It's probably on Twitch as well. I don't know what though. Streamception for sure. Lydia should unmute for this. That's true. Lydia, are you there? Lydia, are you?
I am. Hello.
This is apparently the thing. We should watch this together.
I know the convergence stuff.
Have you seen it already?
I've had it open.
Oh, okay. So have you seen it? The sketch.
I haven't seen the sketch. No.
Okay.
But I've had stuff open.
All right. Do you want to watch it all together now?
No, I'll never see it.
Very well, very well. Okay, let's go through. So I'll unmute it, and I will temporarily mute our music. Perfect. Shall we?
You play as a detective. You hunt down members of a citywide criminal syndicate using your detective skills and solving cases while keeping your reputation intact. And now we've got Lewis in a fun little video that's going to introduce the game to you.
Hello there. Do you not know mystery games? I'm Lewis from the Yogcast. Welcome to my crime-solving headquarters. Hold on. Sorry, I'm busy at the moment. Yes, I'm talking to someone about a new game that I found. Word on the street is it's called Dupery. I love social deduction games. The thrill of the chase, the logical clues. And who is lying? And who is lying about lying? And who is lying about lying about lying? To solve a case is such a rush. The only trouble is, it's hard to assemble the whole crew to solve some of these cases. But I don't need anyone else. Now I've found Dupery, a game of solo deduction. The only person I need to solve these crimes is numero uno. You'll take over from me as a detective in a noir city that's been infiltrated by a criminal syndicate. It's your job to visit the crime scenes, investigate the suspects, follow the clues and weed out the evil by arresting them, and work yourselves towards uncovering the leader of the mob. Now, this is important. In Dupery, everyone is a suspect, and you can trust no one. Well, maybe me, but it's up to you, and you alone, to take down these criminal masterminds. So what are you waiting for? Off with you. Go and wishlist Dupery on Steam right now, because it's only going to be you who can solve these crimes. Godspeed.
Something strange is happening in the working in the shadows.
He wore the hat!
He did wear that. I remember we met with Lewis in person. Must have been a week or two ago. I remember they vaguely mentioned doing a video for Convergence, and they were very much debating about whether or not they were going to dress up for it. But they did, so that's very cool. But I do love how, like, obviously this was recorded recently, because that was the Docs playtest in the background. I was like, that was recorded, it must have been this weekend that this was put together, which is so funny to me.
It's so crazy looking at how they're using the note tools. I know whose recording it is.
Oh, you think it's Reese?
No, it's Isaac, isn't it?
Wait.
Is that the one they put the dashes under the
Oh wait, there's no. Wait, hold on.
Wait.
We have to go back and see this.
Look.
Welcome to my crime-solving headquarters.
He's a little dash under the addresses. See?
Oh my god, it actually is.
Oh my god, you're actually correct. That's insane.
That's so funny to me. Yes, it is. Okay. Sorry. It's funny because we met up this week with more people, and we were talking about how everybody uses the notation tools, and how everyone has a different style. And yeah, we're now able to identify who's making the recordings for these. But yeah, very cool. What a nice setup. I like the little plant pot. Well, very cool. Thank you very much, Lewis, for wearing the hat and for making this video for us. I appreciate it.
That was really cool.
Yeah.
I didn't know that was happening.
Yeah.
I just had heard of the video. I don't know. I didn't put two and two together. Apparently.
I know. It was kind of. I literally didn't know about like some of this stuff. Well, I knew Convergence obviously was happening. I knew there was a video, but like, oh man, I wish I knew exactly when it was going to be. I would have watched it. I mean, we were only out by 14 minutes. I think it wasn't so bad. But yeah, crazy stuff. And there you go. I'm guessing this is just our trailer. Wait, no, this isn't our trailer because there's more bits.
Wait.
But I saw a bad cop there, and I saw the dogs. What is going on?
I did see the dog.
Was that the casino?
And this is definitely the new new dock stuff because a lot of
Yeah,
this wasn't
because
until-
I mean,
it wasn't
definitely.
the boat was implemented until recently.
Oh, okay, chat. I have something to admit actually. This is something that I can tell you in confidence because I know you won't tell anyone else. The when we made the initial trailer, there's this moment where we're at like a final lineup, and you can kind of you've seen it in it's in like every single trailer that has come out recently at the very least. You'll get this like lineup where you'll see this person in the background. Where is it? Yeah, little this. You can see it says detective fired. It's because when I was making I had to go and I don't know why I did this honestly, but like at one point we had this but mocked up, and it just had like random stuff written on it, and then they used it like they were making the original trailer for when we re-released it, right? Because I made the original one, then Reese made a much better one, but at the end they used the temporary background. So we made the new background, and then they were like, "Okay, can you send us some footage, please?" And I was like, "Okay, sure. I'll spin up a game," and instead of just like opening it up in Unity and just I don't know, just jumping to the end, I ran an entire full run of the full game, like not the demo, because at the time it wasn't in the demo. And I got all the way to the end, and then I lost at the end, and so that's why it says Detective Fired. It's because I actually lost, and I don't know what the stats are on here.
I think the stats are broken.
The stats are broken. That's why it's
because it says 0, like it says 0 cases solved. So
yeah, here I got this wrong. I picked the wrong person in the lineup, but that's because at the time the lineup was bugged, and so it was.
yeah, of course it was bug. Like, yeah, you didn't just pick the wrong person. Like.
But that's okay. That's. But if you wonder now, every time you see that pop up, if it says oh yeah, the lineup was bugged. Sure, yeah, no, definitely, guys, it was bugged. It wasn't just me. I didn't make a mistake. It's definitely a bug. It's gotta be. But no. But just anytime you see that pop up, if it says Detective Fired, just know that was me. And then I thought about doing it again, but it took me like an hour to run through this case. Completely unnecessary, by the way. And I was just like, I didn't want to do it again. So that's what we got.
Was the trailer updated?
Was the trailer updated? What, on Steam?
Well, I'm just questioning because, as you said, there's doc stuff in there.
I imagine this was made specifically for Convergence.
They must have just pinched the trailer and just like replaced it in parts with some of the doc stuff.
For sure, yeah. Because this is still the same.
That's still the same, yeah.
Well, this has still got some old stuff in it. It's gonna get cut out, I imagine, in new trailers. But yeah, Convergence exclusive. That makes
interesting.
sense.
Okay, hell yeah.
Very cool. There you go, my Steam library. Let's get out of there. Okay. Welcome back. Trailer was being handled by Rich. Oh, very cool. That was exciting. We're missing something. Let me get it back. Oh, there we go. Matt's saxophone has returned to us. But there you go. That was a fun little break in the rolls. Shall we do one final roll, Matthew?
Sounds good to me.
Which one would you like to run? I'll let you pick.
Ooh, if you want me to choose,
yeah. This one or this one?
Oh, that one. I don't know. I'm not watching your stream. Right?
Okay. You've arbitrarily chosen the Flashlight.
Okay. Well.
By GV. It's a medler that says, "Myself and surrounding roles cannot be obscured. I pretend to be a not-in-play role." I mean, this is obviously cool with things like the squid, right? Or just like, not the squid, the jellyfish? Kraken? One of those. Kraken, I think.
You're thinking of hiding, not obscured.
I'm thinking of hiding, aren't I? No, what's the one that obscures everything?
Kraken.
Yeah. Yeah, I said Kraken in my list. My yeah. So with the Kraken, the flashlight would be pretty useful because they would just be a little beacon.
Yeah, I think like this is I don't know if this was meant for the dogs, but this is this is a generic, right? It could be in the office as well.
Yeah, it could be anywhere.
It's an interesting one because it could just have you like if you have you might like think there's no spectre because the flashlight has uncovered the obscured, like has unobscured the obscured one. I think that's why they're meta. It's like you might not realize you have a jinx because the flashlight has has meant that they cannot be obscured, which is interesting.
It is
The
interesting.
spectre jinx counter, yeah.
You personally don't like the Kraken? Oh, the Kraken is fun. I like the Kraken.
I will say Kraken is awful if you don't know the rules, though.
Yeah, that's true.
I do definitely think they should, if they appear, they should be more of a late game thing.
The flashlight, I think it has a place. I think it needs to be in the right place, though.
Yeah.
And so for that, I'm going to give it a 4.
I think a 4 is reasonable. I'm going to keep on my track today of only giving 4s.
Only 4s? You've done...
Only 4s.
You've given a few 5s?
No, those were not real.
Oh.
Those are 4s disguised as 5s.
Oh.
Obviously.
Very well. I made it because of this role. Illiterate meddler. I pretend to be a suspected non-play role. I obscure myself. Every number I announce is off by 1. Oof. I want Preacher to be useful to the evils. Loud traitors like Kraken kind of ruin that. Yeah, I think that's fair. Four meddler. I lie and pretend to be a 5. Amazing. Well, yeah, this definitely has a place to go, especially in like. I mean, it's annoying in that the flashlight can like hide things like the Spectre and the Jinx from, knowing that they exist. But it's useful in cases where there's a lot of obscuring that you just might want to avoid. I like it. So I'm gonna say, yeah, solid 4 for me. And I think we'll end it here. Do you guys have any final questions regarding anything coming up? If so, now's the time to ask, because I think we're all getting sleepy. At least I am. I think the others are probably hungry.
No, with you, the heat, the mixture of the heat and everything else is just making me kind of doze off.
Poll or hydrate, or I show a banana sandwich picture in Discord general. What? I don't understand. People are hydrating though. Oh, on the cover, it was done by Reese. He added the dog stuff. Just put the script for Lewis. Oh, very cool. I added the yes man to the Discord. Huge. Let's have a look at this. So, not a question, but I had the idea that to add to our current note-taking tools, we could place notes on roles that type their content. This would add to our note-taking tools and make the game more accessible to people like me who have issues with their fine motor skills. Can't use the pen to draw lots of info with the mouse. Yeah, okay. Resizable pen when? Resizable... Matt, how technically possible is that? Because I know that the pen is somewhat cursed behind the scenes.
No, it doesn't. What makes you think the pen is cursed?
Well, it's not like... it uses like... lines. And things.
Lines?
It makes its points and then constructs a line renderer, right? Isn't that how it works?
Yeah, I mean, it's just a line renderer. I mean, it's not exactly.
Could you make it resizable then? Is that fine? I guess you could.
Kind of.
Because like the thickness of the thing, you could, if you, for every point you stored how
I probably wouldn't do it that way.
the pen size is.
I probably did the same as I do with colors.
Oh. How do you do that?
You just make a new line when you change the size.
Yeah, I guess. Wait, if something, maybe. I guess you could.
It's honestly easier.
I suppose. I mean, surely it's not that bad to store the size alongside of every vertex, but.
Well, it's just that you have to store the size of every vertex. You're just storing a lot of data.
Maybe. Fair enough. But what about adding a note tool? Because I've seen this suggestion a few times from different places. Do we think that's a good idea?
Are we still live, by the way?
Yes.
Okay. It's just Twitch was just having an issue with me. Does the line ever disappear when erased? If you erase all of it, yeah, it destroys itself.
No.
No, you are live. Like you.
True. I think that a note-taking tool. I don't know. I think it could exist, maybe. We would have to look into it. I mean, I guess the biggest concern, more than anything, is there space to have something like that on the actual UI. Because it's already pretty full of stuff. So you'd have to talk to Lydia about whether or not we could fit new tools in. But if we could, there's a few tools, like the tools I was thinking of were things like the magnifying glass for zooming in on things, and then something like that could store text could be fun. But what do you think, Matt?
I'm into minds about it. I'll be honest. I can see the thing is I can see its utility. I can see why people want it. But as you said, like, there's just some weird issues with how you would actually do that in a way that would make sense and that would fit within both. Yeah, it'll just fit within the scene really. Same with like the magnifying glass. Like I think again I see its usage, but it just seems clunky in a way. The thing with the note-taking tools that we have currently, it feels very much like hands-on almost. Whereas basically, I think what I'm saying is I don't really want people to use their keyboards. And I'm also thinking like, what if somebody's using a controller, or like what people are using, like basically who don't necessarily, or like a Steam Deck or something. Like you don't necessarily want to incentivize people using the keyboard that much. But then again, counter argument, which is like, you do want to take a lot of notes, and it is easier to type them than it is to make weird drawings, or it can be, and it will be for certain people.
Something worth considering then.
Yeah, something worth considering, but
the banana sandwich.
I'm not 100%.
The banana sandwich has made it to the Discord channel. Apparently, we failed to hydrate. How many regions do you want to do? All of them, I think. Like at least the ones that we've thought of.
Watches. I mean, sorry, that's such a not very useful answer. my monkey's paw. Yeah. We'll see. No, I think there'll be 3 regions when we release.
Yes, on release, I think 3. Oh, man. Yeah, I think that's true. If not, we'll let people know. 3, I thought there was 4. One of them will probably be after release. I think we're just focusing on the first 3. But yeah, I think if you click chat is blowing my mind right now. I don't know why. I'm melting. I think it's probably a good time to call it. Thank you very much for everybody who came and had a look at the rolls. Check out the check out all of the bits and pieces, all of the advanced things, convergence, secret source. Let me know what you think of the new gentleman changes. Too strong? Too bad? I don't know. Let me know. Yeah, have a great weekend and enjoy your Fridays.
Bye everyone.
Bye. Thank you.